Hello and welcome to day 150 of 365 days of Cookie Clicker. We're not starting over. Screw it. Okay, so let's pop these bad boys. All right. Pledge to the elders. And turn on the sound. Maybe you're lucky. Who knows? You're a cookie chain. Oh. Cookie chains can be cool, but they can also be annoying to try to figure out where they all are. That's it. I've had cookie chains go up into the high septos before. I don't know what the deal is. But remember what I promised. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Oh yes. All right, we are in Christmas time. We are still seeking 13 quadrillion. And we don't have anything else to get for Christmas. So we are mostly just looking for what's the word? Good combos. Good combos. Because we have everything in every holiday. We've been here a long time. Oh, isn't that right, Dragon? Nothing? Okay. So, yeah. Nothing going on too much for the garden. And honestly, the game has not been open for most of the day, so we certainly haven't achieved much in the idle time. Not that I expected to. But it would be nice if, for once, that could be a thing. I want to burst this, but I'm going to wait until we get a boost, because I think that will give me more. Alright, come on. Give me some cheese. Alright, here we go. Just lucky. See what I mean? It's like another lucky. It might not be as high, but, you know, it's just a little boost. Sometimes you'll get two at once. And the thing is, if we have a frenzy going on, that ups their amount too. So it's really not too bad. Oh. Yeah. But it is what we do in the hood. We just sit and we wait and we see if we cannot get some good stuff. But now we have to sit and wait for the next cookie. At least if we had frenzy, we'd have some anticipation, and also be able to time it out a little bit because of the little tick tick, which we might also call a timer. Oh yeah. I tell you what, like, I don't know how we get beyond this level of things. Maybe we we screw up our garden by planting metal weed. If I get bored enough, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. But it's really not a smart thing to do. I don't think anyway. Alright, here's Frenzy. We're going to pop this. Okay. And we'll just let everything spread from here. I mean, it's all everything's been boring. This really gives you um, massive growth and massive weed growth. Maybe we'll do this at some point. I mean, mutate and spread is good, but sometimes just go chaotic and go full chaotic. It says weed growth minus 90%, but I haven't seen a single weed this whole time. It's been very weed free. Isn't that disappointing? Weed free. I'm thinking that we are still going to go for 13 quadrillion, ideally. But, I mean, the world wouldn't end if I decided to stop a little bit sooner. So we'll make a little bit of a deal. I won't put a date on it, but maybe 2 or 3 more days. If we don't get it, maybe I will consider declaring close enough and going for the boost, because we will be going from 12.7 to almost 24 as it is, or we might be doing better now. Oh no, come on. Well, we can get a lot of octos from that reindeer. That's something. I'm not going to click on that cookie because it's never good. When you get the whole backfiring BS, it's 100% a head cookie. But enjoy this while it lasts. Alright, almost. Yeah, it's one of those times where one more thing would have been so good. But alas. Anyway, today might be one of those look for something in the background to show off kind of days. Well, first we'll click on this BS. Ooh, we gotta click Frenzy. Yeah, if I imagine if I had this with what I just had, instead of on its own. We would be basically gaining an octo a click. No, it would be more than that. It would be something well, it would have been 90 times 7 times 16. Which would put you up in the 100,000, 10,000, somewhere. Who knows? But it would have been real nice. Anyway, what was I doing? I have some generic brand red solo cups. And one thing that's interesting about solo cups is that other countries, people from other countries, are apparently really fascinated and bemused by the fact that Americans use them. And I've never really understood that. It's they're not spectacular. They're just plastic cups. They're pretty durable for what they are. But apparently, like, Europeans see them in American movies and they think that they're just like something from the movies. And then they see us actually using them and they're like, whoa, it's a red cup. Crazy. So it is one of those things that, you know, we don't think of as weird, but apparently is weird. I don't know. Okay, this would be another good one to put a spell with, but I'm not going to waste spell power on just like one thing. You know, it has to be things comboed. Although we did boost our reindeer quite a bit, so that's cool. You know, the other thing that people that in other countries think is really weird about the U.S., and I think it's the U.S. and Canada in this case, is our yellow school buses. It's ubiquitous in North America, and we think nothing of it. It's like, of course, a yellow school bus. But apparently, people from other countries think they're just so weird. It's like, I don't know. I guess I don't have them anywhere else. And they're like, whoa, yellow school bus. I saw that in the movie. I didn't think it was real. No, I mean, they're totally real. And it's kind of weird that someone would think that they were made up. You go to like a high school when it's getting out, and you'll have like 30 of them all lined up to take the kids home. Maybe more. I don't know. It's just, I guess other countries, well, for one thing, other countries have better urban design and not as many people need buses to get to school. And when they do, like, in a lot of countries, they just take just the regular city bus, I've heard. Which, I guess, that's a sign that your country is pretty safe if they can do that. I couldn't imagine, like, can you imagine kids having to take the SEPTA bus to school? If you're from Philly or know about Philly, you know what the SEPTA bus is. It's our local city bus, and it's got a bit of a reputation, as you might imagine. I don't know what they have in New York. Port Authority buses or whatever, or in Jersey, the NJ Transit buses. You know, it's down in Atlanta, they have the MARTA, I think. You know, they all have similar reputations here. It's a shame. At some point, I'll tell you about my 24-hour Greyhound trip from Pennsylvania to Northwest Indiana. And then my 24-hour trip back, like 3 weeks later, on Greyhound. I have to leave that one dangling out there just because it's interesting. Oh. Yeah, it's like the lowest, most inhuman form of transport. And can you imagine doing that for, I mean, I went from Pennsylvania to Northwest Indiana. It was not, that's only like maybe a third of the way across the country. Can you imagine people doing that to get all the way across the whole country? But yeah, we're just going to dangle that story out there and just leave it. Man, we are getting teased with like all these decent things, but they're not happening at the same time as anything else, and I can't cast the spell yet without using soul power, and I don't feel like doing that. But hey, it's better than just getting lucky every time, right? I mean, how many times have we been up all night to get lucky? I am hoping to get just enough higher in the finger department to get one more finger. probably added a crap ton of clicks today. I'm kind of curious what we're going to be getting in our next ascension. If we can unlock another box of like weird combos that helps us. I'm hoping we can. Would be nice. Alright, do we have anything else that I can show off? I mean, I can if I looked hard enough, but I'm just going for like what the easiest things to find would be. Let's see what's in here. There's like paper in here. Yeah. None of that's too interesting. Reindeer. What's under here? Yeah, it's just a bunch of junk. There are a few CDs up here. What do we have? Yeah, who knows how long these have been here. These are some old CDs. Like I've never even seen this kind of company before. APOC Shadowmaker. Like these are from the 2000s, I'm sure. Road Trip 3? Like what road trip was this? Was it a road trip I was on, or did these belong to somebody else? Road Trip 2. Disturbed? Is this a Disturbed album? I don't know what that second word is, but it could be what it is. Alright, we have a generic frenzy. So that's what that is. Simon $ Funk. I'm really curious what these freaking CDs are. And then there's Road Trip 1. I do have a USB CD player. Wouldn't that be a thing if like I call it Audible and we just like stop this to go look at those? I'm not gonna lie, I am mildly tempted. Alright, let's see. I have here a Wawa truck. See this? Vroom. This is... it's a Pez dispenser. Pez dispenser. Wawa truck Pez dispenser. Where did I get this? I probably got it at Wawa, but it was probably like a long time ago. Whoa. I have an old ass flip phone in that drawer. Look at this. There's no way it turns on. That would be amazing. Of course, I remember using this. You hear this? A little ASMR for you. Yeah, it's... Sometimes I think that we cast off this era of communication a bit prematurely. I'm still not sure the whole smartphone thing was better. A little pouch here. What's this? nothing in here. But I do have a cord. It's an adapter. The little boy to the big boy. Could be useful in some context. And down here, oh yeah, I have adapters that are still in the box, and they've been there for like over 10 years. The things you buy that you think you're going to need, and then you end up never using, but I might still use them. There are applications for them. Running out of interesting things to show. Let's see. I might show off these records. I mean, not today, because I have to move all that crap and I don't feel like bothering. Alright. We gotta give it one go, you know? These CDs, I think, are more recent. Oh, yeah. We have... These are more recently burned. I mean, recent as in probably this decade burned. For example, you know, Weezer. We have Van Weezer and OK Human. Two albums that came out in the pandemic era. And they're both short enough that I can fit them both on here with a couple bonus tracks for each. Weezer albums are usually very short, like they're like 35 minutes for the most part. So I can double them up on CDs, and it's very nice. This is Genesis Seconds Out, Disc 2. Obviously, I didn't burn that. That's from the manufacturer. Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? Got that at the Princeton Record Exchange. Definitely worth going to if you are anywhere in the Central Jersey area. And, oh, this is an old one. B. What's B? Well, at some point in the past, I was like, I'm going to make an entire CD of songs that begin with, like, each letter. I didn't get through the entire album, but I at least got to B. So that was a thing that I did. Alright. So this will be it. Regardless of what happens, what the second thing is, we are going to cast at least one spell. Just because you gotta cast one spell, you know? It would be a very waste of a time to not do it. And the random, like, long episode for absolutely no reason. Like, there was no reason for me to hang around this long. But I did. I did. So, we're going to do these things. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I really don't. Say hi to Mr. Candy Corn. Do you like candy corn? This is how I'm going to know that you're a true watcher of these videos. I want you to write one of three things in the comments. Either I love candy corn, I hate candy corn, or I've never had candy corn. Write one of those three things. And if you do, I will know that you are cool. That's how you're cool. Alright, it's BS, but I don't care. And it's a backfire anyway. Oh. Today was a whole lot of nothing, wasn't it? Today was just like a troll. Today was an entire troll. But that's alright. We're getting out of here. I'm not clicking on this. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.